Hi guys, hope you're doing all right. In this video, what I just want to show you is how to use geometry nodes. This is a commercial vehicle that I modeled some years back, but I thought I'll use this in the demonstration of the motor constraints that I did in the last video. So if I render this, you see what it looks like in cycles. I'm just going to reduce the strength of the sky texture to 0.4, so 0.3. So it looks a bit alright. The sun seems to be too strong. 0.2 should be fine. I think we also have a sunlight. We don't have a sunlight, so that's fine. So I just want to duplicate this with geometry nodes, just so you have an idea of how geometry nodes work. S2, that duplicates the size of the ground. I'm just going to go back into solid view and make sure screencast keys are active. Left there. So that's geometry nodes editor, and then you have it here. Just click new. So what I'll do is it's built onto this floor. What I want to do is not to add it to the floor, rather I want to add a cube and press S to reduce size. GUI, bring it forward. GZ1 above the ground, and then I'll add, so it's a bit above the ground anyway, but it's no problem. Just click on that, and then you have geometry nodes. So this basically represents the geometry nodes for the cube, and I'm not really going to the details of geometry nodes here, just to demonstrate what you can actually do with that. So it adds this modifier onto the cube. So what I'm just going to do is Shift A and find instance on points. Just put it there. So instance on points just means that it uses that cube and creates 4 different points, I think 8 different points, and then put stuff in there. So if I were going to add, say, a sphere, UV sphere, and what you see now is that this cube is fitting the point, so there's an instance there. If I fit that into the instance, you see that it creates the sphere. So I could increase the size, so I don't have the control over the cube here. Although what I could do is I could actually add something called a grid. It's actually a self points in space, and then you can see 1 meter spacing and 3 vertices. So I can connect this to that, and then you can see that the spheres are repositioned based on that. So what I can do now is I can increase the space between these two, the 3 of them, increase the y-axis as well, and then even increase the vertices. So if I increase this to 5, see there are 5 on all sides. Then I can increase this as well, spread them out. So that's exactly what I want to do with the boss there. I'll change that to just 2 by 2 meters and just 3 by 3 points, and then delete the UV sphere. And then I'll add the boss in by going to the collection of the boss mesh. It's under collection, the boss mesh. I'll just drag that in. So it comes in as a collection info node, and then I'll just put as an instance, and you'll see that it's duplicated. Well, the size is different, so I could always change the size. What I can do now is I can increase the space and increase that space as well. So I could probably hide this somewhere else, or I could even increase the size of this by going into geometry nodes on Shift A, add a transform geometry, and I could put that here and increase the scale to 3. You can see they're now bigger. Increase the scale, reduce it to 2, and they'll probably be the size of that as well. I can bring them a bit down, so to the normal level, to the same level as the other boss. If I press 3, it can go to side. So I'll just increase it to 2.2, and let's go with 2.4. Yeah, and then bring them down. That's the rotation. Bring them down to the same level, and then move them forward a bit. And then let's see if we can do any sort of rotation. There's no need for any sort of rotation, but it's Z rotation. But then what I can now do is GUI and render this. And there you have a row of bosses using geometry nodes feeding off the primary boss in the back there. So that's what I want to show you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.